Today we are going to talk about menstrual hygiene, and we are here with Joseph, our WASH officer, and Margaret here, the Women and Girls Empowerment Program officer. And Ntinda, maybe you can take us through the process of menstrual hygiene in relation to water sanitation and hygiene.
Thank you. I hope everybody will enjoy the section. It will be very interactive. Thank you and welcome. To start with, the menstrual hygiene, first of all, the world, it is set at day 28 May. That was yesterday. It is usually the menstrual hygiene celebration day. So to start with, the menstrual hygiene is a natural process which occurs in the women and the girls through, that is, it is very vital in the female gender because it helps in the empowerment and the well-being of the human being.
Yes, and when we talk about the hygiene part of it, what are we actually talking about?
In the hygiene part of it, during this process, there is what we do call the menstrual hygiene, the menstrual cycle management. We have the privacy part of it, and we have the washing, the cleaning, and we have the disposal part of it. To start with the privacy, during this section, more so when we are dealing with the school-aged group, that is the primary and secondary level, during this stage, they usually feel that they are like isolated, they are neglected, and also they feel the shame to be comfortable in the community. In that, when I talk of the community, I talk because most of our schools set up in Kenya, they are usually comprised of the girls and they are mixed schools. So, to avoid that feel of discomfort in our girls, we should help them and provide for them the sanitary pads to be able to access during this process. The other thing, during this time, there is the frequent changing of the sanitary pads, of where the girls also usually need to have clean access of water and a soap for washing.
Yeah, we all agree that actually when it comes to menstrual hygiene and the health of women, actually we have to keep the menstrual hygiene well, because it has health implications for the girls, and it could lead to vaginal diseases and even long-term aftermath of the unhygiene when the girls are not able to keep themselves hygienically well. And we find out that water actually is a key component when it comes to menstrual hygiene care, because we need to wash our bodies, and in most of the communities that we're working with, we find that there is scarcity of water, and this commodity, once it lacks, we will have problems when it comes to the vaginal health and overall menstrual hygiene for these women. We have also the aspect of sanitary towels, because we find in most cases our girls in the rural communities and other marginalized communities, they do not have access to sanitary towels, and they go as far as using dirty materials. I can say, for instance, some will use ash, some will use dirty clothes, the rag, some will use leaves, just anything that they can come up with just to prevent themselves during the menstrual period. And if these things are not clean, and most of the times they are not clean, so you find that they will have effects, they will have health impact on these girls. And when we talk about that also, we are talking about access to sanitary pads. It is a challenge in our communities, not all girls can afford sanitary towels, and our government of Kenya had promised our schools that they will be having free sanitary towels for these girls, but it has not been implemented in all the schools, you know, because in some of the areas that we are working particularly with, we have witnessed that they have not yet been able to be given these sanitary pads, and it is a very big challenge to the girls.
And also, to add on that, so as to be able to fight the spread of the diseases because of due to lack of water during this stage of menstrual hygiene, we as Hifadhi Africa, so far we have implemented plastic water tanks in most of the primary schools, that is in East Pokot Sub-County, Baringo County, and also we have done plastic tanks near the girls' dormitories for washing, for their hygiene purposes, that is. And also, as my colleague Manfred has said, if during this stage, if there is no quality clean water, we can have some infections like the reproductive tract infection, which may generally affect the entire reproduction system of the reproductive women.
Yeah, and also to curb some of these challenges, we as a Hifadhi Africa organization provide the sanitary pads to these children. We have a program whereby we create awareness on menstrual hygiene, and also provide these girls with menstrual pads in a termly basis. So every term, 3 times in a year, we provide our girls with sanitary pads, just to keep the whole process of menstrual hygiene proper.
Getting back to education system, that is enrollment of girl child in the school has been increased, that is in East Pokot, and also Hifadhi Africa has been in the front line to educate or recommend capacity build the adult female teachers on the importance of menstrual hygiene and how to help the girls to adapt to that. Thank you.